Millions of people wear contact lenses every single day. They're small, comfortable, and for many people, they're a safe and convenient alternative to glasses. They help correct vision. They don't fog up, they don't slide down your nose, and when they're worn and cared for properly, they're remarkably safe. But one routine eye examination revealed something so unusual that it surprised even an experienced eye doctor. An elderly woman walked into an eye clinic in California, complaining of blurry vision and a persistent feeling that something was stuck in her eye. Her ophthalmologist, Dr. Katerina Kurteva, expected to find something simple. Wrong. But after numbing the eye and gently lifting the upper eyelid, she froze. It wasn't an infection. It wasn't a tumor. It was 23 soft contact lenses stacked together beneath the eyelid. 23 in one eye, and the patient had no idea they were there.
Of course, you're probably wondering, how could something like this possibly happen? Well, you're not alone.
I wondered the exact same thing. The patient was in her 70s and had missed her routine eye examinations during the COVID-19 pandemic. So what did doctors think happened? They believe several soft contact lenses gradually accumulated beneath her upper eyelid, after some lenses were not completely removed and new ones were inserted. Now here's what makes this possible. Soft contact lenses are incredibly thin. They can fold, they can stick together, and in rare cases, they can slip deep beneath the upper eyelid. Imagine forgetting one lens, then accidentally placing another on top. One lens becomes two.
Two becomes several, until doctors eventually discovered a tightly compressed cluster, 23 contact lenses, hidden inside one eye.
Unbelievable, but completely real. Now hold on a second. You're probably thinking, how could someone not feel 23 contact lenses in one eye? I asked myself the same question. The answer is actually a combination of anatomy and how the brain adapts. First, let's talk about the eyelid. As we get older, the tissues around the eyes gradually change. In some people, a folded soft contact lens can become tucked beneath the upper eyelid, where it's much harder to notice. But that's only half the story. The front surface of your eye, the cornea, is one of the most sensitive tissues in your body. So how could something be there without immediately setting off alarm bells? Think about wearing a wristwatch. The first day, you notice it constantly, but after a while, you barely think about it, not because the watch disappeared, but because your brain learned that it was normally there. A similar kind of adaptation can happen with properly worn contact lenses. That doesn't mean your eye stops protecting itself. It simply means the normal sensation of the lens can become less noticeable over time. And in an unusual case like this, that adaptation may have made it easier for something to go unnoticed.
Now, here's where things become serious. You might think, it's just a forgotten contact lens. What's the worst out? What's the worst that could happen? Well, quite a lot.
Well, a forgotten contact lens isn't just uncomfortable, it can increase the risk of infection. One of the bacteria eye doctors worry about is called Pseudomonas aeruginosa. And trust me, that's not a bacteria you want anywhere near your eye. It can attach to contact lenses and then infect the cornea. In some cases, that infection can progress surprisingly fast. Sometimes within 24 hours. It may cause a painful corneal ulcer, permanent scarring, and in some cases, significant vision loss. Fortunately, this patient was extremely lucky. There was no serious infection and no permanent damage. But not every story ends that way. So what can we learn from this incredible case? If you wear contact lenses, always make sure you've removed your previous lens before inserting another. Never sleep in contact lenses. unless your eye care professional specifically prescribed lenses designed for overnight wear. Wash your hands before handling your lenses. And don't skip your routine eye examinations. Sometimes the biggest problems begin with the smallest habits. Your eyes are too valuable to take for granted.
This is Sensory Health Lab. Subscribe for more fascinating stories about the eyes, the brain, and the incredible science behind human vision.